But if you can't do that, you're fucked. I'm geared up, mate. I'm telling you. I'm fucking love it.
Can he knock you out?
Me fucking no. Fucking mad. How's he gonna knock me out?
And finally, your prediction from the first press conference.
We want to apologize here for the colorful language, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Actually, I might have to go to this watch company.
He's going to war via the watch company.
Yeah, because the fucking belt broke. I think they showed me a snide. I think it's fake.
I didn't buy it for you.
Feel the way.
Oh, that's not snide.
Did you think so?
You've had a mare there.
I don't want to.
Anyway, Derek, thank you so much. I look forward to an incredible fight. Kubrat,
Yes, for sure.
Ivalo, Michelle, Israel, Fabio, Felix, Vaughan, Augustina, Sol, Kevin, Yusuf, Ramla. Incredible night of boxing. Saturday night at the O2 Arena. We're going to have head-to-heads up here now. Wherever you are in the world, do not miss it. Live and exclusive on DAZN. Get ready for an incredible show Saturday night. Thank you.
All right, so while they're about to face off, let me tell you why I was interested in this fight, because I knew it was going to be some crazy shit. Now, I don't know what happened that last 15 minutes or what the hell they were really talking about, but overall, good, exciting stuff, right? Right? To be honest, between Kubrat Pulev and Derek Chisora, I'm going to say that Pulev is sharper of the fighters. Derek Chisora, he is like war-torn, battle-tested, 12 losses. He lost 3 straight fights against Alexander Usyk in a very spirited performance, and then the 2 against Joseph Parker. Before that, he had wins over, here, let's go, before they face off. Let's go look at the resumes. This is Derek Chisora's record, 32-12 with 23 KOs, 38 years old. He's been around for eternity. I'm talking about, I started covering videos on YouTube full time like 2013 or so. He's been around like forever. But anyway, 32-12 with 23 KOs. Lost 3 straight fights, 2 fights in 2021 against Joe Parker. First fight was a split decision loss. Alexander Usyk, that was Alexander Usyk's official, heavyweight debut. And as we've seen what he went on to do to Anthony Joshua right after that. 2 solid wins against David Price, sent him into retirement, and then Artur Szpilka. After being put to sleep by Dylan White. This was also a high value win for a guy like Derek Chisora, beating Carlos Takam. Ajit Kabiel, he was rumored, to be getting Tyson Fury at one point in time. And then we go down to the Dylan White split decision. That was a Fight of the Year candidate at the time. Kubrat Pulev, he fought him back in 2016, got a split decision loss. And I don't remember that fight. I don't remember it. Who really won that fight? Did Chisora really lose that fight? Because it's saying split decision. Okay, let's go back to the face-offs. That's Ramla Ali, 122-pounder, taking on this girl that just picked off the mean streets in Argentina. Just said, hey, you, little lady, you want to fight? She's like, see? Yes, see? You want to go to the UK? UK? See? They just pick up anybody. Where do Eddie Hearn get these girls? Well, anyway, that girl's name is Augustina Rojas. This is, Lord, I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. But if you don't know, I'm half black, half Irish, and a half full-blooded Mexican. So he's black Irish too. He's from Northern Ireland, Belfast. So he's like kinfolk and shit. Maybe since he's black Irish and I'm black Irish, we're probably related. I got to check my ancestry.com. That's Felix Cash versus Vaughan Alexander. Vaughan Alexander got an upset win over Luis Arias. Also, he spent 11 and a half years in prison. And he's fought most of his big fights, which he lost, 6 losses against 168-pounders. Guys like Janzabek, Alim Halalat, the WBO interim champion. Beat Luis Arias. And who else did he fight? Let me see real quick. Zach Parker lost to him, got knocked out. Bakhmir Mulikulizaliev, the guy that Gabriel Rosado had that upset over. Anthony Sims Jr. And these have been at 168 pounds, and 160 supposed to be his division. That is Israel Madrimov taking on Michelle Soro in a rematch for the WBA world title at 154 pounds. The winner is supposed to be Jamel Charlo's mandatory. I talked to Madrimov over a year ago on a Zoom call, and he was Charlo mandatory then. Madrimov, significant fights against Brian Castano, Cedric Vitu. I didn't get to see the first fight. I heard it ended controversially, and basically this fight rematch was ordered by the WBA. And here you have the main event. Let's turn it up. Hopefully some shit goes down. Yeah, get in his face. Yes.
Oh, here we are. Pulev keeping his cool. He was the troublemaker at Anthony Joshua's fight week. It was a couple of years ago now, that during the height of the pandemic. And it's Chisora who's trying to rattle the big Bulgarian now. But he's cool as a cucumber. He's a big man. We said there might be trouble if Derek Chisora's hat was taken off again. It's come off on its own accord, and now here we go.
These guys are...
Don't worry, we'll see inside here. We'll see, yeah? It's a chance. We'll see. We'll see, yeah? We'll see. Do you have to tell me something? Too nice, man. Wait. Good? Thank you. Get off my stage now, bitch. Yes. Yes, she loved me, man. He loved me. She loved me. I'm sorry, man. I don't understand so good. I don't speak so good English. It's okay. Don't worry. Yeah. Good luck. Good luck. Don't cry. I
I think they just overtook half watching George Groves for the best push and pull in boxing history. There it is. Stick that one in the record books. Do you know what? Fair play to Pulev, because he didn't look rattled at all at any stage here, and that's Derek Chisora as
I mean, Pulev did look a little rattled to me. Why he grabbing up? Look, he even untucked his shirt, grabbed his arm to pull him off the stage, you know, then gripped him up by the collar. Pulev, what, you on some bullshit letting him do that to you? Like, he literally gripped him by the collar, and then they did the whole, what's that, the war dance or something? Where they do the headbutt thing like bulls do it?
I tell you what, I said to him, "Oh, lads, leave it." And they both absolutely bricked themselves and walked off the stage. He wouldn't let go of his hand.
Yeah.
And I was just worried about him breaking his hand, to be honest with you. I mean, I have to be honest with you, my bum went completely.
Well, you've lost about 2 stone, haven't you? So you haven't got the padding that you used to have.
He's a big boy, Pulev.
Yeah, he
strong.
is, yeah.
Strong.
I'll tell you what, it looks well for 41 as well.
He's like, you know, sometimes you get like a false confidence from a fighter. Like, we hear it all the time. I've had a great camp. I've never felt
That damn push and pull. You got to be careful.
like either they're completely bluffing or it's true.
Yeah.
They really fancy this fight. They're really confident about this fight. And I'm so pleased we got that there, not just for the promotion of the fight, but for Derek.
Yeah.
Because he's fired up.
I mean, you're right what you said there. It gets to a point where you've got to win.
Frach almost pulled George Groves' arm out the socket.
It's all about the fight. It's about entertainment. But at the end of the day, I'm having to back him in all these, you know, these engages with reporters and fans to say, yeah, but look who he's losing to. But I can't even justify it after a certain period. And I know he's losing to Usyk and Klitschko and Fury and Dillian and, you know, and again, Pulev's like a top 10, top 15 heavyweight. So it's not a disgrace losing to, and you know, someone pointed out today, I said yesterday, Derek's better than 99% of heavyweights out there. But he keeps losing to the 1%. And someone replied on social media saying, well, that's Hearn talks some rubbish, but that's well up there. But let's be honest, how many heavyweights are there? Derek is a top, I mean, even if you want to say he's top 25, he is. He's top 20. He might even be top 15. So there's no reason for him to retire other than stop fighting the guys you can't beat. But Pulev is a guy he can beat. Parker is a guy he can beat. But if you keep racking up the defeats...
He lost to Parker twice.
I'm glad we got that because he's up for it. He's ready.
How do you see it playing out?
He has to get to him. You know, it's one of those. It's like, go back to that style. You know, Ajit Kabayel. I know it was in Monaco and there was a couple of hundred people there.
Forgive me.
I know.
from
Well,
that.
yeah, but you were brutal that night in the commentary. But if he allows Pulev to adapt his style, the European stand-up, jab and grab, frustrate him, it's all very well saying, I said, will he bring that? He said, I'll bring it. But you've got to find a way in. You've got to find a way past the jab. You've got to find a way out of the clinch or to work in the clinch. He can't allow to get 7 or 8 rounds and for it to be a little bit boring, because Chisora's head will go down in that kind of respect.
Yeah,
All he wants to do is have a tear-up. And if he's not allowed to, you don't want to see a sulk. You don't want to see, I'm not being allowed to fight. He's got to set about Kubrat Pulev and somehow make him fight.
All right, Eddie, thank you very much.
Is that it? All right, then I'll go.
Yeah, cheers, you're all done. East Winter Gardens Way in 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Open to the public, so if you're in the area, you're very welcome to come and join us. That was fun, wasn't it?
It was fun, mate. And I agree. I agree with what Eddie said there.
Yeah, so I am going to be streaming during the main event of this card. So if you're going to be here on Saturday not doing anything, come to the channel. We're going to be doing live fight commentary. Me personally, I got Kubrat Pulev, honestly. I think he'll be able to pull it off again, unless Derek Chisora comes out like he did against Alexander Usyk and really, really, take things seriously. But, only time will tell. Other fights I'm going to be covering on the undercard. Basically, I'm going to be covering the card. I'm interested, obviously, the main event, Chisora Pulev, Madrimov Soro, and then Cash Vaughn Alexander. And then I may add Fabio Wardley versus eBay to the fold. But if Derek Chisora wins, then, here, let me pull up the rankings here. FightView360.com, link is down below in the description box. Mikey updates the FightView360 account there. Mikey updates them monthly in accordance to the sanctioning bodies. But, if Chisora wins, right, he would be likely back, him or Pulev will likely be back in the top 15, even if it is just number 15. Currently, both of them, neither are ranked right now. So who would they fight? Lucas Brown. Maybe you can get Derek Chisora versus Martin Bakole, and start trying to, work him up into the rankings, I guess, because when I look at guys like Ajit Kabayel, he already lost to him. Felix Hergovitz would beat both of them. Michael Hunter would probably beat Derek Chisora, even though that'd be a fight that can be somewhat entertained. You got the Robert Helenius rematch, if they decide to go on with that, but we don't know where Robert Helenius is right now. Since beating Adam Kownacki is returning this July the 30th on the undercard of Danny Garcia versus Jose Benavidez Jr. And as you can see, there was talks for Kownacki and Chisora to fight. But Kownacki got a bigger, better deal from PBC. Maybe Dempsey McKean, maybe put him against the Chinaman, Zili Zhang. But I'm going with Pulev, to be honest. I think Pulev, has the boxing ability, even though not by much, to be able to, keep Derek Chisora at bay. But, I wouldn't count out Derek Chisora because you never know with him, and he's due a win. He's due a win. You never know when he'll put out like a really good performance. But if you look at it right here, he lost 3, significant fights, 2 to Joseph, and high-level fights too, pay-per-views, against Usyk and 2 to Joseph Parker. But him beating Spielka was kind of an upset for me. David Price, well, we all know how things get down with David Price. He just can't stay off the canvas. You touch his chin, his legs turn to jelly. The 2 big fights with Dylan White, and then remember, this Carlos Takam fight was also considered an upset for him. This was a fight he had to win, or he was definitely done. So every time, he goes on like a bad losing streak or a patch of like bad fights where he loses, he either wins a fight, people thought he was going to lose, or he puts on a really good effort that keeps his career alive like he did with the Dylan White first fight. Then lost to Kabayel. People thought it was People thought it was over. Then he got this somewhat upset win over Carlos Takam. Then it's like, oh, he back. Now we can revisit the Dylan White fight. Didn't lose that, but in a very, very tough fight. Goes on to fight Arthur Spielka, oh, he's back. Oh, he beat David Price too. And then he goes on to get Usyk, puts on a spirited performance, and then he goes on and gets the 2 fights with Joseph Parker. So pretty much his career has always been hanging on by somewhat of a thread. But overall, he is a solid fighter. I got to get up out of here. We're going to be back at 6 p.m. Eastern in about 9 hours or so. And we're going to talk about the fight. And we're going to talk about the other press conference today. Ray Vargas and Mark Magsayo, they're fighting on Showtime this weekend with Brandon Figueroa versus Carlos Castro and Frank Martin taking on Jackson Marinez. That's going to be on Showtime Championship Boxing this weekend. And also we're going to talk about Terrence Crawford versus Errol Spence update and also everything else that is going on in boxing. In fact, let me put the link to my stream later on in the chat for you guys so you guys can watch. So here it is right here. Here, I want you to see it. So if you're going to be here later on, this is going to be the topics of the show. You can find all my streams on the channel right here. As you can see, I already got them set up. We're going to be here 4:30 p.m. on Saturday. This is for the main event commentary of Chisora and Pulev 2, or Pulev Chisora 2. And then we're going to do Magsayo versus Vargas later on that night. And then tomorrow we'll be here also at 6 p.m. to cover the weigh-ins. And I even did you guys a bigger solid. Down below in the description box, which you guys never read, I actually put the link to my social media, the website, the WBC app powered by the Vive Network. But look, we have the boxing schedule here. All the significant fights, or at least the fights I'm going to be covering on the channel, I put them down below in the description box. For example, we got Showtime, their fights that are scheduled. We got Top Rank ESPN, ESPN Plus, BT Sports, Sky Sports Boxing, their fights scheduled. We got the Zone fight scheduled. And then I have a brief fight results also of recent fights the last few months. So all the information you need for your boxing content is definitely down below in the description box. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later on at 2 p.m. Eastern for those who want to be here for the here. I guess I need to just pull it up, right? So you guys can see it. Where we at? Network, we're at Showtime. We're going to be here for this at 2 p.m. Eastern. This press conference, Mark Magsayo versus Ray Vargas, Brandon Figueroa versus Carlos Castro, and Frank Martin versus Jackson Marinez. And also you have the PBC debut of Rashidi Ellis. He's going to be on the YouTube page version. So, all right, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.